Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Saturday Refreshing Flow. We're going to start seated today, if that's okay with you. So if you'd like to bring yourselves to an easy seat and take a little time to settle. So you're able to release down through your hips, feeling the weight and the solidity of your lower body in contact with the floor. And becoming aware of your spine, lifting delicately up and out of the pelvis, bone by bone. You can follow it all the way up to the point at which your skull meets the tip of the spine. And as you sit here and simply settle into your body and your breath, this morning, can you soften just a little, softening your outer veneer, your outer boundaries. And simply breathe and feel the morning. Sometimes it's nice at the beginning of a practice to simply open out to everything that's arising in the field of our awareness. So emotions, thoughts. Maybe your physical body doesn't feel so great right now, or maybe it does. But as we open out to this whole range of possibilities, what does it feel like to set everything free to be here with a great big embrace, a welcoming of whatever's here, bringing it right into the practice? And taking a few more breaths in your own time, simply dropping into the stream of your breath, just to feel, just to open. And then from this place of awareness, from this place of quietness, I'm going to take a cleansing breathing practice, 9-part breath, that I do sometimes in the mornings, in the week. So if you'd like to take your thumbs across your palms and take your fingers, light squeeze, not a strong squeeze, over your thumbs, and then release the hands down. And just take a full breath in and out through both nostrils, just noticing the sensation of air in your nostrils. And then lifting your right hand with your right forefinger free. And take a full breath in through both nostrils, and then close the right nostril and breathe out freely through the left. And then release the right nostril and take a breath in through both. Close the right nostril and breathe out through the left. And then breathe in through both. Close the right nostril, breathe out through the left. And then you release your right hand and take a full breath in through both nostrils. And then lift the left hand, release the forefinger, and take a breath through both. Close the left nostril, breathe out, steady stream through the right. Feel the whole body softening as you do this. And then take a breath in through both. Close the left nostril, breathe out through the right. Breathe in through both. Breathe out through the right. And then drop your left hand and take 3 full breaths in and out through both nostrils, feeling everything. And then taking your left hand and pressing it a little bit inside the thigh, take a breath in, and as you breathe out, you're going to straighten that left arm, pushing into the thigh, come down over the right knee. And then you breathe in, you come to the top, press into the right thigh and breathe out, push and straighten that right arm, come down to the left. And take a breath in, come up to the top. Breathe out, come down to the right. Breathe into the top. And breathe out to the left. Completely absorbed in the breath. Let's do that one more time to each side. Breathe in. Breathe out to the right. Feel that stiffness in my body this morning. Breathe into the top. Breathe out to the left. And then come up to the top and take a full breath in and out. And then breathing in again. And as you breathe out, you're going to make a noise and horse lips like this. As you shake all the way down. We're going to take 3 more. Breathing in. Really shake it out. One more time, breathe in. And then as you come out, you can open out your palms, close your eyes. And simply feel the sensation of a natural breath now. If you'd like to change the cross of your legs, please. It's chilly up in my attic this morning. I don't know about you. We are going to get moving. But I just like to do, I've got a really stiff neck at the moment. I don't know why. So you're all going to benefit from just some very simple neck movements. It's good for all of us. So take a full breath in, really looking for that length in the back of the neck. And then breathing out, chin down to your chest. You pause here before breathing into the top and out, lift your chin. Open the throat, pause. Breathe into neutral. And take a few more like this, just simply top to bottom, feeling into the tissues of the neck. Noticing that as you move your neck in this way, your head in this way, that there's a relationship with the top of your back, and maybe you feel the muscles down the spine, especially as you bring your chin into your chest. And then bringing your head back to neutral. Just feeling the head, feeling the shoulders. And take a full breath in. And as you breathe out, look over your left shoulder. Pause. You can use your eyes as well. Breathe into the front. And breathe out to the right. And pause. And take a few in your own time. Absorbed in the simplicity of this movement with the breath. And then bring your head back to neutral. Take a moment to feel. And then take a breath in and lower your right ear towards your right shoulder. You can hitch the right shoulder up to the ear. You can take your gaze with your eyes up to the far left. Trying to move around here to find where the sensation is. Moving your jaw, opening and closing your mouth. One more breath in here. And then breathe out, drop the shoulder, and then begin to roll the head down to the right. Slowly rolling it round to the left. And we'll take a couple of rolls here. Just keep coming back a little bit like a pendulum. Making sure you come into the side neck at the end. So much tightness. And the next time you've rolled round to the left, hitch your shoulder up to the left and take your eyes up to the right. And take a few breaths here. Opening and closing your mouth if that feels right to you. Feeling the jaw and the throat. Breathing freely. Take another breath in, and then we'll just take a few more of those rolls. You drop the left shoulder, bring your chin slowly round to your chest. Over to the right. Feel your way a few breaths. And the next time your chin is right into your chest. Gently lift your head. Close your eyes and feel the body now. Maybe a lightness around your skull and neck, maybe not. You can open your eyes and we're going to come to standing. So part of this sequence today is inspired by a class I did with Esther Ekhart online actually. Some of you I know some of you do her classes too, so you might recognise some of this. And there's something she did that I just haven't done for ages, so I thought I'd share it with you as well. And it's a way of kind of waking up the whole body. So there's been a lot of a theme this week of kind of feeling alive, feeling aware. So can you take your feet a little bit further than hip distance apart? And we're going to use our right fingertips to tap the whole body. So if you'd like to start with your right fingertips on your left shoulder, and just come down the left arm, tapping, coming into your hand, back of the hand, the palm, coming back up again. Then you can come down the back of that arm. Just a bit of tapping, maybe over the back of your shoulder, round to the chest. And then coming down to the ribs, wherever you want really, just coming down the front of the body now. Just tapping, enlivening, coming down your legs. In fact, you can use both fingers as you come down your legs. A bit of tapping. Then bring your left fingers down the right arm. And the inside and the back of the hand and the palm. Maybe over the shoulder. We can bring our hands behind the body. Tap. Coming all the way down. Take a little bit of time and just feel yourself tapping the whole body, the sides, the front, the back. Wherever it feels good, and then eventually coming up to the head. Be a bit light with your head and your face, obviously. Just a little bit longer, a little bit more of a tap. Some of you might have quite an elaborate tapping practice already. It's not something I do a lot of. But it felt so good when I did it with Esther that I thought, oh, we've got to do this. And then eventually stopping. And taking a moment to maybe feel the vibrancy or whatever's going on for you. And then we're going to stroke or kind of strip the body. I'm using the right hand here to come down the whole of the left arm, the shoulder to my fingertips, the left arm all the way down. The right, stripping, stroking. You can come down the front. So if you've got really dirty clothes and you're just trying to rub off all the dirt, down the inside of your legs, the outside of your legs, coming down the back. Your shoulders, back of your head, a bit of stroking, and then release. Wonderful. Feel the body. Then we'll come to a bit of a shake. So you can just bounce a little bit into your knees and shake from the shoulders to your fingertips. A bit of a bounce and keep going for a while here, just shaking around. Some of you might be leaping around your rooms, who knows? Freedom of your own space. And then close your eyes and feel the body. Notice the quality of your breath. And if you're going to use music for the sequence today, now might be a nice time to put that on. And feel the arms down by your sides. And then breathe in. Lift your arms up. Palms maybe meet, and then breathe out, arms come down. Let's take a few breaths like that. Feel the breath. Maybe you want to breathe in ujjayi. And taking two more, really feeling the shoulders, the space around you, the fullness and the freedom of the breath. It's a beautiful, beautiful, crisp sunny morning here in Lancaster at least. And then breathe out, arms down by your sides. And then breathing in, float your arms up. And breathe out, come all the way down. And breathing in, come to straight legs, flat back. And breathe out, fold in again. And bring yourself up on the inhalation all the way up. Hands to your heart. And we'll do a few more of these half sun salutations. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathe in, flat back, straight legs. And breathe out, fold. Come all the way up. Breathe out, hands to your heart. And breathing in. And breathing out, fold. And breathe in, flat back. And breathe out, fold. Breathe in, come all the way up. I've lost count. I think we'll do one more. Breathe out, hands to your heart. One more. Your breath moves you. And come all the way up, breathe in. And then breathing out, hands to your heart. Take a moment to feel the body now. And then taking your hands to your hips, and your feet are a bit further apart now. I'm just going to circle into the hips. Imagine you have a hula hoop around your waist. You can be really soft in the knees. Just feeling into the pelvis. And then beginning to take those circles in the opposite direction. Which for me feels really weird actually. It doesn't happen naturally. Keep circling a few more rounds. Wonderful. And then come to stillness. Feel through your feet. And take a full breath in and open your arms out wide, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then wrapping the left arm over the right, maybe come into your eagle arms. Try and hitch the shoulders up to the ears and slide them back down as you lift your elbows and your hands up away. And then it's really nice here to draw some figure of 8 movements with your hips and with the elbows. Just free movement here. Getting in behind the ribs, the shoulder blades. A real squeeze of the upper arms. Maybe some of you bring your elbows over your head. And then take those snaking figure of 8 movements in the opposite direction. Wonderful. Full breath in and then release the arms, breathe out. And take a breath in and open out wide and squeeze. And then bring the right arm over the left for your Garudasana again. Shoulders up towards the ears and then slide them down. Elbows up, hands away, lovely. And then begin some kind of motion, figure of 8, or just circling. Finding your way in. It's a little bit of a massage, self-massage. Maybe elbows up above your head before you take those circles or figure of 8s in an opposite direction. And then breathing in as you lift. And breathing out, release. And take a moment to feel the body. Moment to notice your breath. And come to the top of your mat. Palms in front of the heart space. And take a breath in and lift. And breathe out, fold. And breathe in, brighten your heart, lift your chest. And step back to a downward dog, breathe out. And take a breath in and out here in your dog. And another one. Feeling the body this morning. And then rippling forwards to plank on an inhale. And holding here, exhale. Take another breath in and another breath out. Take a breath in and then drop your knees and roll slowly all the way down over the front of the body. On the breath in, really activate your back muscles, press your legs into the floor and peel your chest up. Head comes last. And exhale, come down. And breathing in, peel yourself up again. And pause at the top. And come down. One more time, really press your legs down. Breathe in, lift. And breathe out, come down. Curling your toes under, breathe into all fours. And find your downward dog, exhale. And take a breath in and out here. Floating the right leg up on the next inhale. And exhale, sweep the foot in between your hands. On an inhalation, come up high. Exhale here. Take another breath in. And then exhale, drop the back knee to the floor. Toes are still curled. Take a full breath in as you reach up. And then maybe explore a little back bend, breathing out here. And stay for a breath. And then breathing in, straighten. Find your downward dog, breathe out. Feel the body here. And ripple forwards to plank. Take a breath in. and a breath out. Take a breath in and a breath out. Take a breath in and then drop your knees and come all the way down. Pressing the legs down, the pubic bone down. Breathe in, peel up. Head comes last. And pause. And then breathe out, come down. And do that 2 more times. And then curling your toes under, inhale to all fours. Exhale, downward dog. Take a breath here. And then inhaling, float the left leg up, lift it high. And exhale, sweep your foot in between your hands. And come up high. And exhale here. Lower belly is engaged. Take a breath in. And then lower the back knee. From the lower belly, breathe in and lift up the front of the spine. And then exhale, find a little back bend here. Don't be too powerful, too strong at the beginning here. Beautiful, and then breathe in, lift. And breathe out, place your hands down, lift the back knee and step lightly forwards into a forward fold. And I'll meet you at the top, breathe in. And breathe out, hands to your heart. Take a moment to feel the body here. And breathing in, lift. Full with the breath. Breathe out, come down. Breathe in, flat back. Step back to your downward dog. Breathe out. Can you really spread your fingers, spread your toes? Push the mat away with your hands and your feet. And then breathing in, ripple forwards to plank. And some of you may want to stay here, some of you may want to drop your knees, and some of you might like to join me with a core plank, so bringing one knee in at a time. Exhale as you bring the knee in. Inhale as you take the foot back, and you can start speeding it up. We'll keep going for a little while. You're going to choose what's right for you here. Upping the energy a little bit, maybe a bit faster. And then stop, inhale. Exhale, drop your knees. And roll all the way down. And take a full breath in and out here. Feel the body. And a bit out of breath. And then take your fingertips out wide, level with your shoulders. Come up on your fingertips. Really press the pubic bone and the legs down. And breathe and peel and ripple yourself up. Head comes last. And breathe out, come down. And breathe in, ripple up. And breathe out, come down. And this time, breathe in, ripple up. And as you breathe out, have a little peek over your left shoulder. Maybe you can see your right foot. And then breathe into the front. Have a peek over your right shoulder. Maybe you see your left foot. And breathe into the front. And then breathe out, come all the way down. Hands by your ribs. Inhale to all fours. Exhale, downward dog. Feel the body now. And float the right leg up again. Inhale. Exhale, step forwards. Inhale, come straight up. Exhale here. Inhale, exhale, drop the back knee and the left hand. And take a twist to the right. Feel the body. Take one more breath in and then find your downward dog. Breathe out. Ripple forwards to plank. So you know what's coming. You can either drop your knees, stay in plank, or take another core plank, either slow or fast. Little exhales as you bring your knees in, even with an open mouth. Breathe in, drop your knees, and roll all the way down. And take a full breath in and out here. Fingers out wide, tent hands. Pressing your pubic bone in your legs, the tops of your feet down. And breathe in, peel up. Head comes last. And breathe out, come down. And breathe in, come up. And breathe out, come down. And breathe in, come up. And as you breathe out, have a peek over your right shoulder. Breathe into the front. Peek over your left shoulder. Breathe into the front. And then come down, breathe out. Hands by your ribs, inhale to all fours. Exhale, downward dog. Floating your left leg up on the inhale, lift it high from the navel. Exhale, sweep the foot through. And come straight up, inhale. Lower belly engaged, exhale. Take another breath in. And then exhale, drop the back knee, right hand comes down. Take a little twist to the left. Breathing here. Take a full breath in. Exhale, hand comes down. And then step lightly forwards on an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. And as you breathe in, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart. And take a full breath in and out here, just feeling through the feet. Do you feel an aliveness in your skin? And then breathe in, we lift again. And breathe out, fold. Breathe into flat back. And find your downward dog, breathe out. And take a ripple to plank. Either drop your knees and roll down, or come with me straight as a stick, maybe even hovering. Maybe come all the way down, or when you're hovering, flip your toes over. Push yourself into upward dog. Even lift your hips, inhale, and then drop the hips again. Right in the chest. Inhale, and then from wherever you are, find your way back to a downward dog. Exhale. And floating the right leg up, inhale. And sweep it forwards, exhale. And immediately come up high, inhale. And exhale here. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, you're going to bring the palms together as you drop the back knee down. And you're going to twist to the right. Pressing the top of your left arm on the outside of the right knee. Take a few breaths. You could look down, Or you might like to spin and look over your right shoulder. And some of you might like to straighten that left leg. One more breath in. As you breathe out, look down. Take both hands down. Find your downward dog. Full breaths this morning. And then floating the left leg up. Inhale. And sweep it forwards. Exhale. And come straight up. Take a full breath in. And then as you drop your back knee, palms come together. And you twist to the left. Maybe looking down. Maybe look over your left shoulder. Maybe lift that back knee and straighten. And take a few breaths. Great twist for the morning. Great for the spine, but also great for your whole digestive system. One more breath in. As you breathe out, look down. Take both hands down. Step lightly forwards. And next time you inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Take a moment to feel the body. And then breathing in, float your arms up. And breathe out, fold. Come to a flat back. And step back to a downward dog. And immediately float the right leg up. Inhale. And sweep it forwards. Exhale. And come up into a high lunge. Take a moment to feel your balance. And a little bit of a bounce on the back foot and the back knee. And on an inhale, just feel that bounce. And as you exhale, step up. And on an inhale, step back. And on an exhale, step up. And smile as you do this. Inhale, come up. Exhale, pop up. And can you stay here, holding the left knee, taking the knee out to the side, and bringing yourself into a sweet little tree pose of your choice. Just don't place your foot over the knee socket. And breathe here. And soften and find some stillness. Soften the shoulders, soften the face. Press down with that standing foot and find a rebound to lift up from. Inhale, exhale, release. Take a moment to feel the body. And then we lift, breathe in. And breathe out. Come to flat back. And step back to your downward dog. And float the left leg up immediately from the navel. Lift and sweep it forwards. And come up to find your high crescent lunge. So you know what's coming. You want to find that bounce, that stability. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, step up. And as you breathe in, step back. And as you breathe out, step up. And as you breathe in, step back. And as you breathe out, step up. Keeping your right knee up, and either staying where you are or taking the knee out to the side. Find your tree. Find to drop your foot and come back in again. Breathe. One more breath in. And then lightly come out. Maybe close your eyes now and simply feel the pulse of life here. And at the front of your mat, lifting your arms up now, breathe in. And breathe out, fold. And breathe into flat back. And step your way back to a downward dog. We float the right leg up again, but this time bend the knee and open the hip. Pressing into both hands, pressing into that left foot. Looking under your right armpit to open up the whole of the right side of the body. Inhaling, balance out the hip again, lift the leg up and step your right foot forwards. Bring your left heel down now. And leading with the left hand, breathe in, come up. Find your warrior two. Find it and soften into it and breathe the pose. In the gentle yoga class yesterday morning, I suggested that people close their eyes in some of these traditional standing postures just to feel them from the inside. Maybe you'd like to try that. And then opening your eyes, take your right palm up. Inhale, straighten the right leg. And as you exhale, bring the right arm over, bend into the right knee, come into reverse warrior. I'm looking down my back leg. And breathe here, maybe again with the eyes closed. And then inhale, straighten. And reaching to the right with the right arm. Inhale, and as you exhale, hinge down for your triangle. And I'm not going to give you too much instruction here. You find the pose your way, how it feels right for you in your hips, your shoulders and your spine. Breathe. Can you find that rebound from the floor and expand up and out? One more breath in. And now as you breathe out, left hand to the hip, bend into this front knee. And just pop your back foot in a little bit. You take your right hand down either to the floor or a brick, just about a foot in front of your right foot. And we're just going to pop lightly into half moon, floating that left leg up. You can keep the left hip down or peel it open. Maybe you take the left arm up, doesn't matter. You can look up or down, but can you find that rebound from the floor to expand up and out from? One more breath in. And then how delicately can you find your warrior two again? Beautiful. Steady breath. And windmill your hands down. Lift the back heel. And find your downward dog. And float the left leg up. But remembering now that we bend the knee, peel open that hip, Both arms are strong. Press into that right foot. And look under to the left and take a few breaths, feeling the opening in the left side. And then dropping the left hip, lift the leg a bit higher, inhale. Step forwards, exhale. Right heel comes down. And bring yourself up into your warrior two. We're really relaxing in the shoulders now. Checking the alignment of your arms. Breathe. Breathe. Maybe close your eyes, I forgot to say. Feel it from the inside out. As you open your eyes, open the left palm, straighten the leg, inhale. And exhale, find that reverse warrior. Looking down your back foot, maybe stay eyes open, maybe close your eyes. Steady breath. And then inhale, straighten the front leg as you reach to the left, reach, reach, reach. And find your triangle pose. Maybe you close your eyes, maybe you don't. It's a bit wobbly. Breathe. One more breath in. As you breathe out, right hand to the hip, bend into that front knee. And just pop your back foot in a little. Left hand to the floor or to a brick. And we pop into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. And you stabilize from the navel, from your lower belly. Both pushing down with that standing foot and feeling that lift off. One more breath in. And then breathing out, dropping delicately, lightly back into your warrior two. Feel it. And then windmilling yourself down to a downward dog. And it is yogini's choice now. You could stay in downward dog. I'm going to drop down to child's pose. Or you might like to take a vinyasa, which means coming forwards to plank. Coming down to the mat, taking a little back bend. But we'll all meet in a moment in a child's pose anyway. Coming right back to yourself, right back to the breath. Softening into the body. Really, really relaxed in the jaws, and around and behind the eyes and the forehead. A few more breaths as you settle. And there are just a couple more poses, standing poses I'd like to do, but in less of a flowing style. I'd just like us to meet standing, and you might want a brick for this. So we'll just meet standing, facing the front of the mat. So I'm going to talk you through this with quite a lot of instruction now. These two poses, two of my favourites. I'm going to take just a step back with the left foot. Make sure that you're not walking a tightrope, so you've got a nice amount of space horizontally between your feet. And if you're using a brick, bring it to just outside the right foot. We're coming to twisted triangle. Parivrtta, uttita trikonasana. It's an incredibly strengthening, stabilizing pose in which we can find real stillness, I think. And it requires a lot of strength in the legs. So fire up your legs. Keep drawing the right hip back a bit. And lift the left arm, inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to come down halfway, but you're coming over to the right. So there's a little bit of a diagonal here. Take another breath in, really long spine, and then come all the way down. And your left hand, can be on the brick, can be on the floor. Maybe it's on the right leg, that's fine. Now, before we do anything, I want you to address whether you're pouring all the weight into the front foot, and if you can take a bit of the weight into the back foot. And you don't want to overlock out this right knee. Have a little bit of a soft bend there, maybe just a tiny bit. And this right hip pulls back, lovely. And then take a breath in to look for length in the spine. And then maybe you begin to twist, looking over your right shoulder. Maybe you lift up the right arm and breathe. Don't stop breathing. One more breath in. And then look down. A little bend in that front knee. You're going to bring your brick, if you've got one, round to in front of the right foot. Can you see my back leg is straight and strong? My right knee's bent. No longer twisting. And inhale, just brighten the chest, lift the chest, and exhale, straighten that front leg. Let's do that a couple of times. You keep encouraging that right buttock, that right hip back. And then take a breath in. Your front leg is now pretty straight. And then breathe out, come down as far as is right for you. Maybe your hands come to the floor. And again, watch for the equal distribution of weight between both of your feet, and breathe fully and feel the pose. Next breath in, bend into that front knee and breathe out, hands to your hips. And then strong legs, strong core. Inhale, come up. And exhale, step forwards. And just take a moment to feel the after effect of those two beautiful poses. Okay, should we take the other side? So you're going to take a step back with your right foot. The brick is on the outside of your left if you're using one. And you're not walking a tightrope. And it's always fine, you follow my instructions, but then you adjust according to what feels right for you. So I actually felt when I was on that side that I needed to take my feet wider apart. I didn't, but on this side I'm going to. Okay, feel both feet. Breathe in, lift up through the right arm. And as you exhale, you twist and come down halfway. So we're taking it very steady. This left hip draws back. Both legs strong. Inhale. Exhale. Take your hand either to the brick or to the floor. And only when you feel ready, and this might be where you want to stay, and that's fine. If you want to take it a step further, find length in the spine. And then twist to the left. Breathe. Is the weight pouring only through the left foot, or can you address the balance and keep drawing through that left hip? Breathe. Remember not to overlock out that front knee. Take a full breath in, long breath out. Breathing in, and then we come down for our pyramid pose, parsvottanasana. I'm bending into the front knee to begin with, just to release the hip, the hamstrings. Lift the chest, breathe in lovely and bright, and then draw that left hip back, leg is straight. And we take a couple of those movements. Until you're ready to stay pretty much straight. Take a breath in for length in the spine, and then pour yourself down. Breathe. Make sure the weight is equally distributed between both feet. And you can soften the back of your ribs, your shoulders and your jaw. Beautiful. And then gently look up as you bend into that front knee. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, come up. Exhale, step your feet together. Taking a moment to feel the body here. So we're looking for some stillness now behind the action. Can you feel everything? I would close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. And then coming to join me flat on your back. Take a mini shavasana. You could extend your legs, your arms, and simply feel the body for a while. How steady is your breath now? Do you feel symmetrical in the way that your body meets the mat? Or possibly there's a difference between the two sides of your body, and it doesn't matter, it's about noticing. If you'd like to stand both feet on the floor. You can have different options of back bending here. Let's all start with a gentle moving back bend. And then I'll give you the choice of taking a full wheel if you want to, just if that feels good, but you don't have to, of course. It is important that your thighs are parallel and that your knees are hip distance apart. Lovely. So palms down, feet down, really relishing the back of the body against the mat. And we're going to peel up on an inhale, bone by bone as you float your arms up. And you can pause here and then breathe out, come down. Can you do 4 more like that? Really differentiating between each vertebra. And this moving bridge is fantastic for bringing more breath into the lungs. I keep giving you a number of things to do and then I lose count myself. So I think we take 1 more. But this time as you come up, you have the option of staying up, and I've brought my arms back under the body. You could hold your heels, you could interlace your hands. Can you take 5 breaths, lifting the hips, really strong in the legs, pushing into your feet, and you drag your heels in towards you, shoulder blades squeezing. Take the chin away a little and breathe it open. And when you're ready to come down, separate your shoulder blades and come down bone by bone. Take a moment. Maybe bring your knees in towards you. Little rock around. And you have a choice now. You could come back to a moving bridge. You could take that static bridge that we just did. It's never completely static, of course. I'm going to have a go at a full wheel. I haven't been doing this in my practice for a while, so let's see how it goes, and you might like to join me. If you have a wall with skirting boards or bricks or a bolster to press against, it can give you more leverage, but I can't do that in here. Those of you who come to the river know what I mean. You might want to set yourselves up. Otherwise, you're taking your hands by your ears, your fingertips are placing in towards your shoulders. And you want to do everything you can to draw your knees and your elbows in. You don't want everything to fall out to the side because you'll lose the axis of strength here. Take a full breath in. And as you breathe out, just push to the top of your head. That's all you do. And then take another full breath in. And on the breath out, maybe you push into full wheel, maybe not. Please don't let your knees fall out. And if you're in the full wheel, you can straighten your arms and encourage your chest through your arms to find more opening. Breathe. One more full breath in. If you're on full wheel, come down looking at the ceiling. Please look after your neck. Slowly, slowly come down. Similarly, if you're in the bridge, just settling yourself down. And it's really nice to take your feet wide apart, allowing your knees to fall into the middle here as you come to your breath. I'm going to rest here, but give you the time to do another back bend if you want. So either a wheel or a bridge, or if you're like me, just resting. Staying very present to the breath. And at some point after you've had a little rest, bring your knees in towards you, a little squeeze. A little circling around. My internet, I keep getting a thing up on my screen saying my internet's unstable, but so far we haven't crashed. And then taking those circles in the opposite direction. And then coming to sitting, please. Coming to sitting. You can either roll up and down a few times at the spine. Simply roll over to one side. How are you feeling? Hope you're feeling really good and fresh. Okay, we're going to take just a couple more poses. I'm going to start with a pose called Ardha Matsyendrasana. It's half Lord of the Fishes pose, so I really love the name of that pose. If you'd like to have both of your knees bent, and then take the right foot and right knee under the left. So it's coming round to the left hip, and your left foot comes over the top. Beautiful. So you should be able to feel both sitting bones. If you're kind of really screwed up and tense, absolutely fine to release the right leg, much better. You could also sit up on something. And you take your right elbow to crook the left knee in towards you. And we're looking for a lovely light, bright spine and chest here. Lift up the left arm, inhale. And then find your twist to the left. And don't try too hard, we're at the end of the practice, so this is just a soft little squeeze in the body. Maybe you bring the top of your right arm outside the left leg, but you don't have to. And take a few breaths, with every breath in finding length, and every breath out, a little bit more of a twist. Keep dropping through the hips, dropping through the shoulders. Take a full breath in, and as you breathe out, look to the front. Bring yourself around to place the left knee on top of the right, whether or not the right leg is extended. Gomukhasana legs. Take a moment to melt down through the hips and the buttocks. And this may be where you want to stay. It's so restful and grounding. You might like to creep forwards. And you have the option of taking eagle arms like we did at the beginning, with the right arm over the left. And here again, you can stay up, you can come forwards, drop into your breath. And gently come up. Release your arms if they're entangled, excuse me. And we'll just change sides for those two poses. So if you'd like to take your legs apart, and then you bring the left foot under the right foot over. Remembering that if you need to, you extend the left leg. And take the left elbow around the knee. Wonderful. So you need to feel both sitting bones. Breathe and lift up. Find your little twist to the right. Find your breath. We go. Sorry everyone if that. Hope you're all okay there. My internet did something. So you have your right knee placed on top of the left. And you have the choice of staying here, of coming forwards, or of wrapping the left arm over the right in Garudasana. And taking a few breaths here, either upright or folded forwards. Breathe. And then gently coming up, releasing your arms, just feeling the body. And taking a very, very simple, we won't stay long, I just want to take something neutral after all of that scrunching. So taking your legs out in front of you, maybe sitting up on something, maybe knees bent, maybe not. And take a breath in, really bright in the chest, long in the spine, then come over your legs. And try and make this a really non-striving posture, just almost like a yin posture. You just yield and allow gravity to do its work here. And breathe. And soften. Maybe slightly extended breaths now, particularly the exhalation. This is the final pose, just letting go. And then very gently coming up, strong abdomen. Taking a moment to feel the body. Place your hands behind you. Stand your feet on the floor and just very briefly lift up. Chin into your chest. Take a breath in. And then come all the way down. And as you lie down, can you take your feet mat distance apart? Because we're just going to end with a fascia wobble. So coming back to that sense at the beginning of the practice, remember all that tapping, that stroking, that shaking, that it's like we're really, if we don't wake ourselves up this way, how are we ever going to? I mean physically, but in other ways too, energetically. So by fascia wobble, I just mean that you press your heels into the mat and you begin to wobble, you roll over the heels. So
You're not actively pointing your toes and pulling them towards you because you'll become rigid. You're just wobbling and the whole body ripples up and down the mat. The looser you are, the better. Real shake up of all your connective tissue, any residual blockages. Keep going. Keep going. Just a little bit longer. And then stop. And make sure you're warm enough for your Shavasana. And I will lie with you for 6 or 7 minutes here. Of course, lie longer if you want. Maybe turn off the Zoom and I'll bring you, those of you who want, around at the end, maybe for a little hello, a little smile. It's always good to see your faces. And let yourself drop now. Let yourself rest.
And beginning to take a few slightly deeper breaths. And bringing any little movements into your body that help you gradually become a little bit more awake, a little bit more alert, so that you bring yourself slowly out of your shavasana. Of course, you stay as long as you like if you want to stay longer. You might like to roll over onto one side. You might want to have a bit of a stretch. And eventually, if you'd like to come to sitting with your hands together in front of your heart space, eyes closed. Taking a few moments to feel the body. Notice the stream of a natural breath. And aware of the space around you, the atmosphere in your room. And then taking a full breath in. As you breathe out, bowing your head, chin to your chest. And lifting your head on the next breath in. And opening your eyes. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. I will unmute you, allow you to be there. I had a message from Hilary, which you will all